Welcome back to the Tulsa Trucker. My name is Chuck, and if you're stopped in for the very first time, I want to say welcome. I'm very honored that you stopped by, spent a few moments with me. Definitely make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about what exactly you need to bring whenever you're coming to training. Now, I think this would go probably pretty much for any company you go to. Now, I am going to Prime Inc. in Springfield, Missouri. I'm going to be starting there on May 13th, and I'm going to go over exactly, what you need to bring. You don't want to overpack. That's what a lot of people sometimes do. You also don't want to underpack, but you want to make sure that you have some essentials, and I'm going to go over those in this video today. You're going to want to bring two bags. This bag right here, which is a 24 by 24 kind of a tote bag. You don't want to bring anything that's going to be, like, this is what I'm going to consider my shower bag, but I would not want this same material in this type of bag. Just because this can be kind of heavy and bulky and not as, this stuff is, real pliable, so you can really put a lot of stuff in here. So I would recommend getting two bags. Now, everything I'm going to show you, I think probably almost everything I'm going to show you in this video is linked in the description below, because I know there's going to be people say, Chuck, where did you get this or where did you get that? It's all linked below. You can go down there and see exactly what I'm going to be using as I get into truck driving. That's one thing I try to do on my channel, is I do try to share as much information so that when you watch one of my videos and we're talking about a particular thing or something that I'm learning, I'm always going to give you the resources in order to do it yourself. So again, two bags. What we're going to do is we're going to start off with the big bag first. And instead of me unzipping this and going through everything, how about we just throw everything, we just put everything right here. You guys ready? Okay, I have everything in, I would call luggage caddies is what they are, maybe suitcase caddies. I like to keep all of my stuff organized. So this is all of my clothes right here. I have a dirty clothes bag. As you can see, it's made out of kind of like a cotton type material. So as I'm out there on the road, I'm going to throw in all of my clothes into this, kind of keep this separate. That way you can kind of keep, smells and different things like that. And what I really like about these is when you're through with it, when you're doing your laundry, you just pitch all this in there. And then, that way it's nice and clean every time that you're doing your laundry and it's got your clothes in it. So definitely highly recommend you getting a dirty clothes bag. Next is going to be these little trash bags. These things right here, I believe each one of these has 75 in it. Don't quote me, but I think you can get, it's like 200 of these for like, I don't know, $15, something like that. But these are 5-gallon trash bags. You always want to have some type of trash bag with you. I know some people will use bags out of the different places maybe they eat, maybe the truck stops, Walmart bags, different things like that. But these are dedicated bags that do hold a lot. I've used these for several years just in my own personal office. And a lot of the things that I'm going to be showing you here I've used before in my current, when I owned a garage door company. But have these on hand, that way when you're using body wipes, when you're, blowing your nose, when you're doing whatever, you're throwing everything in the trash. And, when you get on your trainer's truck, there's two of you in a truck, and that truck isn't very big. You want to have something that you can throw trash in and that you can twist off, keeping those smells and different things inside of the trash. So highly recommend these. I would highly recommend that you guys, especially for my brothers out there that are going into trucking or you're in trucking, is these fragrance-free dude wipes. And what I really enjoy about these, there's 48 of them in here. You can flush these, you can pitch them in the trash. But these make great, and I'm sorry that one's not open. We'll just open it. Okay, we're gonna be, let's see, pop. You're just gonna push down. And these will stay, I've had them before, but they're damp when you take them out. Just to kind of show you about how big they are. So they're about this big. And this is a multi, you can do a lot of stuff with this. I tell you what, I know somebody who, I don't have any hair, but a lot of times when I get out and jump rope, things like that, things I'm gonna be doing to try to keep myself in shape while I'm out on the road or, not, is use these right here. At the end of the day, if you can't take a shower, it's great to just take these and just wipe them on your face. Get your, it refreshes you. You can use 2 or 3 of these and just kind of go over your whole face, go over your body, wipe your arms off. What's nice about them is you don't smell anything. I have actually pretty sensitive skin, and this does not break me out or anything like that. These can also be used to wipe all those important areas that have a tendency to want to stink after time. There's one thing about truck driving, and anything that you set somewhere long enough, you get up, it's not gonna smell the best. So keep yourself wiped. That's why you take these, throw them in the trash. You don't have to worry about it. But I think I'm bringing like 8 of these so that I've got them out on the road, and I've got several of them upstairs too if I come home for home time. But keep these. These are great for just all kinds of stuff. Next would be a good pair of gloves. Make sure you take your gloves with you, because again, guys, the more that you can buy at home and not have to buy at a truck stop or particular places, the more money you'll actually save, because it's amazing what, you can buy stuff like this on Amazon for $6, and Truck Stop wants to try to, sell these exact same ones to you for $20. So make sure you have your gloves. Go ahead and have your car mount for your phone ready to go, even though when you're going through PSD training, you're not going to be able to do anything with your phone, but once you get into TNT, you would be able to mount it and have it there in your trainer's truck, and of course when you get your own truck. And the next thing is, in these caddies, what's great about these is they're breathable. So as you've got your clothes and different things inside of here, it's not, it's gonna, stay aired. When you put stuff into, maybe, again, here's some more of the wipes that are here. Now, I would bring 12 pair of socks. Your most important things, you're gonna wanna bring at least 7 days of clothing to have. Now, when it comes to, depending on what time of year it is, you might be doing more pants than you are shorts. And we'll kind of get into these as we go through. I'm gonna try to make it quick. I don't want this video to be too massively long. But bring 12 pairs of socks. I have these right here, undershirts. They're made out of a poly. Let's see if it says on here exactly. Polyester, yeah. So they're 100% polyester. What I like about these are undershirts. I've always worn them, like right here, you can see them. They wick sweat really well, and also they're breathable. So when they're on my skin, I feel a lot cooler. So I've always just kind of wore something in here. I know some, depending on, what it is that you like to wear, but it just makes you feel more comfortable, I think, during the day. And then what's nice about these is you can wash these. I've had some shirts that I bought that were like this that lasted me like 7 years. So that's the undershirts there. Next thing is going to be, again, getting back into socks. You want 12 pair of. Underwear, you want boxers, briefs, whatever it is that you wear, you want to have at least 12 pairs of these. And the reason being is, you may only need 12 sets of shirt or 7 days of clothing. And for me, again, these shirts right here, most of the stuff you can wear twice. Because, unless you're in flatbed or something like that, and you're just like sweating out every day. But for me, being in the reefer division, I'm not gonna get really, really dirty. And, outside of my workouts and things like that, which I have some other clothes for that. But, you want to make sure that you have plenty of underwear, because there's one thing you want to do every day. You want to take some wipes at the end of the day. You want to wipe yourself down, wipe around your private parts, all that kind of stuff. Just freshen up your face, and then put on clean underwear, put on a clean shirt, or put on a clean pair of socks. You want to do that every day. Next, we've got, inside of here, I've got a pair of pants. Now, all of my clothing are all Dickies, and I've just, again, they're very comfortable. They are durable. They are they work with sweat really well. It's just, they look professional. I like to look the part. Some people just like to, wear whatever. I'm pretty uniformed. I've been uniformed all my life. I've had a job that requires some type of uniform. And I like, I've got 4 sets of shorts, I'll have a pair of shorts that I'm going out there in, of course. So I've got 4 pair of shorts, I've got 1 pants, so that's 5, the 6 that I have. And then I think actually I only brought 6. So again, got enough stuff that I can wear, you know, probably 14 days. If I would be shirts, of course I'm gonna be wearing a shirt, and then I've got 4 shirts that are in here, so that's 5 again. So each one of these, if this is 2, 4, 6, 8, I've got some on 10, and then I have another one that's in that bag right there, so that's 12. Now when it comes to the shirts and stuff, you know, that can get wrinkled a little bit, I carry this little bitty, it's a little, just a little, I mean, you can see how big it is. I mean, compared to my hand here. But it's just a little, you know, basically steamer that you can steam your clothes with. You just throw a little bit of water in here, you know, out of a bottle of water or something like that. Plug it in, and within probably 30 seconds, you got steam just billowing out of here. But as you can see, it's coming out of here pretty good. I don't know if you, how well you can see that. You can see that steam there. And then you can just take this, again, this, it doesn't pull that much wattage. It's less than, it's not very much. So you're not gonna have to worry about it with your inverter and stuff like that, pulling too much amperage. I think it's like 400 amps. And then you just kind of go through your clothes here and freshen them up. You can hang them up. You know, if you're a person like me that doesn't like to really wear a bunch of wrinkled clothes or anything, you can just take it and just take the wrinkles right out of it. Next, we're gonna have our shower bag. And this is not, you know, it's kind of used for shower, but I like this one because it's got lots of different zippers, little places I can put things. Right here on top, I've got, if you have never heard of this particular, if you haven't heard of this product, it's definitely worth getting. It's called Manscaped. Let's see if you guys can see that there. And I've used this for, I guess, maybe a year and a half. I found this from a guy who worked for me. And what you do is basically, you know, let's say after you've cleaned yourself, you're not gonna be taking a shower, but you know, you wanna kind of freshen up a little bit. Same thing in the morning. You would just put a little bit of this on, it's just a cream, and then you wipe this. You wanna shake it up a little bit, but you wipe this all around your, lack of a better word, your genital area. And what that helps prevent is, you know, like it kind of moisturizes everything. It has an active pH control because, you know, basically what the smell that you when you stink, it's bacteria is what you're smelling. It's the bacteria that's went bad. Well, anyway, this stuff right here keeps you smelling fresh. Even if your butt is sitting down for 7 hours and you get up, you're not gonna smell like, you know, again, lack for a better word, you're not gonna smell like ass. You're gonna, you know, this is gonna temper that a little bit. Highly recommend this product. Just, I don't know. Being out on the road, I don't wanna lose all my, there's a trucking cleanliness, and then there's a at-home cleanliness as far as, you know, how people smell, things like that, because again, we don't readily have a shower to get into every day. But again, I think there's things you can do that can definitely remedy the smelling issues. I would recommend hand sanitizer. I've got this in a bag because I'm going to be traveling. I don't want it to, you know, get everywhere. But hand sanitizer inside of here, you want to have, you know, whatever, you know, type of, well, I take Advil, but you know, if you Bear, aspirin, whatever, make sure you have plenty of these. You know, I think that the biggest amount of adjustments getting out there, you're gonna get some headaches, you know, you're jumping and bumping around. It's good to have that versus buying it out there on the road. I've got some just eye drops. If you ever got something in your eye, you got that. I've got some Claritin. If you happen to have any prescriptions, you may put it in there. And let's see, okay, the first zipper here, and aside, have a soap box you can put a bar of soap in. That way, as you go somewhere and you do take a shower, you know, let the soap dry as much as you possibly can, but then put it in here, close it up. That way, it's not getting everywhere. This is an absolute must. I think for truck driving is, and don't let your mind go to the negative, but having some good lotion to, you know, keep your body, because you're gonna be trapped indoors. You know, it's just good. I mean, put it on your knees, put it on your shoulders, put it on your hands. You're constantly grabbing that wheel. If you're using hand sanitizer or stuff like that, you dry out your hands. So make sure you have some good lotion. Also make sure that you have a bag that is totally breathable like this. It's breathable. And inside of it, you have a pair of shower shoes, flip-flops. These right here, when you go into a truck stop, you need flip-flops to have when you're taking a shower. So when you take off your shoes, put these on, because you don't know what's going on. Yeah, they clean the bathrooms and they may look spotless, but I'm sorry, I'm not putting my feet on the ground where, you know, people have peed and they've done who knows what else inside there. So have these. The reason why you want it breathable is that when you take them out, dry them off with your towel, but when you put them in here, mold and things like that can start to take place or start to take hold of your shoes. But if, you know, when you come back out, you get back up on the trainer's truck or you're getting up on your personal truck, you can take these and, you know, maybe put them behind the passenger seat or something out, let them air out before you put them back in your bag. Actually, I don't have anything. This is where you put your clothes that you're gonna wear. So you're gonna change into whenever you're you know, going inside. And then of course you can throw your dirty clothes inside of there once you're done. I've got a flashlight. It's good to have a flashlight. Make sure that I actually have 2 of these. But everywhere you go, you wanna have some type of flashlight. And you can kind of pull this one in and out, kind of how it works. That way if I need something really potent to look at something, I can do that. If I need a broader area, you know, have a flashlight with you, on you at all times. Sometimes you're walking to the showers, you're walking and it's just dark, it's pitch dark. And if you've got that out, that's always good. Next is gonna be your toothbrush holder. Get your toothbrush inside. I don't have my toothbrush in here yet. Of course, I'm still using mine, but I'll probably get a new one and put in there. And then you've got your toothpaste here. And that way, that's kind of all stowed, kind of out, separate from everything else. When it comes to your bedding, what you're going to need is a sleeping bag and a sheet. And then of course, you're gonna bring your pillow. And that's kind of self-explanatory. If you're on a Greyhound or something like that, this may be things that you buy when you get to Prime. This stuff you can go down to Walmart and buy. Because you're going to be limited on what you can bring on a bus. Now for me, I'm renting a car and going down there so I can put all this stuff on here. But these are things that you're going to need when you get on a trainer's truck. And you say, you know, what's sleeping bag? That's this right here. What if I just sleep in it? Well, if it's the winter time that you're going through training, you'll probably be okay. You can just sleep in the sleeping bag itself. But a lot of times, whenever you are in the TNT phase, Prime does not allow you to sleep in the upper bunk. Now, when you're in the PSD or the permit, you know, student drivers, I think is what it stands for, you know, both your trainer and you are both going to be sleeping at the same time. So you're going to be in the upper bunk and he's going to be in his own bed. But when you're in the TNT phase, you guys are going to be running teams a lot of times. So when you're driving, he's sleeping, and when he's sleeping, you're driving. You're going to be sleeping in his bed, down in that's his bed. And so he's going to have his covers, he's going to have his sheets, he's going to have all that stuff. So what you want to do is you want to put your own sheet over the top of his bed, so that when you lay down on it and you use your sleeping bag as, you know, your cover, that you're not sleeping on his stuff. And that's for you and that's for him. That's respecting his bed, and that's, you know, you making sure you're not sleeping in someone else, because you don't know what kind of hygiene they have. And you don't want to be sleeping, yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. And finally, because we live in a digital age, you want to have a small little bag, about like this, not very big, just very little, and you want to have all of your charging type stuff in here. This right here is a USB. It charges up to 5 USBs. I can plug it into something, you know, while you're at school and you've got several devices that need to plug in. You've got this. You've also got, I've got this where you can plug into a cigarette lighter, and then you've got 2 ports to, all of my stuff are as Apple, so this allows me to, you know, charge my phone, iPad, things like that. And then I've also got, if you have a computer, I have a MacBook Pro. Well, you know, there's not going to be there's not very many plugins in a car, guys. So you want to have as many of these types of things that can do several different things. You've got this one that just does USB. And then you have this one right here that does Lightning USB, but it also does USB-C. So I can plug in my laptop charger here and it will charge up my laptop there in the truck. And then also you've got one there for the USB. So I've got that in there. And I've just got a bunch of cables. I've got this one right here. This is kind of nice. Now that one has 2. This one right here, you can charge 4 different devices from a cigarette lighter. They do have one that is going to be the quick charge here and then 3 normal ones there. Because one thing, in most of the trucks, you'll have lots of different 12-volt ports to plug things into. So there's not a whole lot of USB connectivity in these trucks nowadays, at least, you know, like a Freightliner or some of those. They don't have a whole lot of those in there. You can turn one of them into several. So these are good to have, these types of things. I've just got some other things, USB cards, you know, stuff that you do when you're out vlogging. The thing you have to remember is what you bring with you, you are going to be sleeping with. There's not, you know, you're getting into a truck with a trainer that you're getting into his house or her house. And you know, they don't have much room. There's not a whole lot of rooms in these trucks anyway. So don't bring matching shoes for every outfit. You know, bring the essentials that you need. You don't want to. I've literally went over mine packing probably 3 times, and every time I've done it, I've taken stuff out. Just because, you know, I would go through, hey, I really don't need that. I really don't need this. Take the minimal amount of stuff that you're going to need, because again, this is going to be on that upper bunk with you during PSD. So this stuff's going to be down at the foot of your bed, and you're going to have this. And you know, again, there's not a whole lot of room. Now your trainer may have an extra cubby or something like that they give their student to put some stuff in, but for the most part, you're going to be sleeping with what you bring. So you don't want to bring a 5-piece full luggage set. Just, again, the only 2 bags you should be bringing: smaller bag, duffel bag, 24 by 24, your sleeping bag, your sheet that you can actually shove down into this, your pillow, and then your electronic bag, and that's it. Guys, I hope this video has been helpful to you. Again, these are just things that I'm going to be bringing along with me. Hope to see you out there if you happen to be getting into trucking, or if you have questions, my email is in the description below. If you have a question about something, definitely leave it in the comments. You know, if there's something that I've missed, let me know in the comments. Maybe you're a current trucker now and you say, Chuck, you know, you really need to bring this, bring that. So I'll see you at the next video. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. And you know, remember this, life is short, make it sweet.